Dog pop.
Section D, let's have a general review of lab. This is for only the bone, no? Remember that next week you'll be having your lab pracs, no? Your practical exams, so both microscopy and projection. For projection, be familiar with your SGD pictures, no? And the different pictures that would be used aside from those that are used in the SGD material. No? For the labs, let's have, or for the slide pracs, let's review or take a look at the slides for your bone and soft tissue pathology or your musculoskeletal pathology. So I have here on the first slide, slide number M1080, which speaks of a benign tumor of hyaline cartilage origin occurring in bone of endochondral area. No? And they usually, in bone and soft tissue, what is first the objective? To characterize benign and malignant. So in other words, we want you to differentiate what a benign and a malignant looking bone and soft tissue tumor would be. No? If it's a tumor or if it's just an inflammatory reaction. So we want that to be clear with you, no? To recognize these particular lesions. So this first slide, if it be given in the exam, there would be accompanying case. No? Because it's so hard to just tell that this is the particular tumor just based on the histology alone. So you have to have clinical correlation, which means it's probably you are given a case or a particular finding, both in the X-ray and a clinical finding. You're given an age. Enchondroma, what is the usual age group affected? Enchondroma, anong affectation? What age group? Old, young, adults, children. Di ba nag-lecture na kayo? Ano? Sa notes? Ano nakasulat sa notes niyo? What's the usual age group? Wala. Young adults, no? Usually young adults. And they could be seen in what part of the bone? Diaphysis.
Metaphyseal part of the tibia.
Long bones or flat bones?
Long bones.
Long bones. No? More on the long bones, and you find them in the endochondral region. So sa may area ng cartilage, yung sa dulo. No? And then you will be able to appreciate probably a outgrowth in that area. No? It could arise from the medullary cavity and be seen to be on the surface of the bone, in the subperiosteal region. And usually to identify it microscopically, this is a section from the tumor itself, and the tumor was taken out as a whole. However, during the cutting probably of this specimen, if you see there are folds there, but more or less you will be able to appreciate this material which we see. And when we go on higher magnification, we want you to differentiate osteoid from chondroid material. From how to differentiate osteoid from chondroid or that coming from cartilaginous area. You will see there's more of a bluish tinge of your chondroid material. And these are your chondrocytes, which are the ones that show the vacuolated area, and they have cells within them in those chondroid areas. And there is more irregular proliferation of that, but in actual, you will see that in the gross of it, there is a particular architectural pattern where you see that they are continuous. However, in this slide, hindi na natin makita masyado. But it's important for you to be able to appreciate, again, the chondroid material. So this is still a benign lesion, and usually you correlate it with the gross features of the tumor. So probably a case, it says here you have a case of a 25-year-old female with a solitary metaphyseal tumor arising from the area of the tibia. It's composed of lacunated chondrocytes producing copious amount of the basophilic chondroid matrix, no, which we are seeing. This material. Okay? So this is more in keeping with an enchondroma. Slide number 2, or your slide number 83, to more or less differentiate it from an osteoma. In this particular slide, you have more pinkish material, matrix, no? Which is more in keeping with that of osteoid. And notice the cells, no? You have your osteoblast lining those osteoid material. So more pinkish, no, material histologically. If you notice as you go around the slide, you will notice that these are simply chips, no, or fragments of the tumor itself, because this has been taken out probably just by scraping the area. No? Again, you have to correlate with the gross and clinical findings of this particular lesion. Since this tumor is noted to be arising as ocellated, round, and oval sessile tumor projecting in the subcoriostal surface of your cortex. No? And this usually can occur in what area of the bone? What bone type? Flat bones. No? Area of the skull, face, no? And these are solitary outgrowths also. And as it appears in the slide, there is haphazard interconnecting trabeculae of woven bone. So sabi ko nga sa inyo, these are simply fragments of that. You do not have the entire tumor as a whole. It has been fragmented probably when it was taken out. And what we see now are simply fragments of the tumor. And it shows there your pink osteoid matrix in a haphazard arrangement. So, walang definite pattern. And you see in between them, the bony trabeculae, you have your other material. In this particular case, no, you will see that there is area here of calcification. So the osteoid matrix may be calcified and may look bluish. No? But this is simply indicating that there is also calcified area in the osteoid material. So this is more in keeping with the benign condition, bony tumor. Again, when we say benign, you will be able to appreciate the tumor cells or the tumor to be that close to the tissue of origin. No? Very benign looking tumor cells. And you can classify them as coming from the bone tissue. So here you have bluish tinge because of calcification. These are calcified areas. But in actual, the osteoid matrix is simply pinkish. Pinkish in comparison to that of your chondroid material. Okay?